Have you ever noticed something strange? Two people walk into the same room. One speaks loudly. One speaks calmly. One tries to impress. One does nothing special. But somehow, everyone listens to one of them. Everyone respects one of them. Why? Today, you will discover the secret. Not through rules. Not through lectures. But through a simple story in clear English. Relax your mind. Listen slowly. Let English enter naturally. Meet the main character. His name was Daniel. Daniel was not rich. Not famous. Not powerful. But wherever he went, people respected him. At work. At meetings. Even strangers. And the strange thing? He never asked for respect. Daniel before the change. A few years ago, Daniel was invisible. People interrupted him. Ignored his opinions. Spoke over him. He felt small. He thought, why does no one respect me? Maybe you feel this too. The day everything changed. One quiet evening, Daniel sat alone in a cafe. He watched people carefully. Not their words. Not their clothes. But their behavior. And suddenly, he noticed something important. The first truth about respect. Respect does not come from loud voice, expensive clothes, angry words. Respect comes from how you carry yourself. Your body speaks before your mouth. Listen and learn English practice. Repeat in your mind. People feel my presence before they hear my words. Simple English. Strong meaning. Day 1. The power of silence. Daniel decided to experiment. The next day at work, he did something unusual. He spoke less. But when he spoke slowly. What happened? People leaned forward. People listened. Silence created power. Key lesson for you. If you speak too fast, you look nervous. If you speak too much, you look insecure. But when you pause, people respect you. English sentence practice. Listen to this sentence slowly. I don't rush my words. I choose them. Say it again in your mind. Body language, the unseen language. Daniel fixed one thing next. His posture. He stopped bending. Stopped shrinking. He stood straight. Not proud. Not aggressive. Just calm. Why this matters? Your body tells people, I am confident. Or I am unsure. Before you say hello. Story moment. One day, a colleague tried to interrupt Daniel. Daniel didn't argue. He stopped talking. Looked calmly. And waited. The colleague stopped. Apologized. Respect appeared. Important truth. You don't demand respect. You allow silence to demand it for you. Listening practice. Listen to this sentence carefully. Calm energy controls the room. Simple. Powerful. Why people disrespect others? People disrespect when they feel you are afraid. You need approval. You try too hard. Daniel stopped trying. The shift inside. Daniel stopped asking, "Do they like me?" He started asking, "Do I respect myself?" That changed everything. English learning tip. When you listen to stories, don't translate. Don't rush. Feel the meaning. Your English improves naturally. Small action for you today. Today, try this. Speak slower. Stand straighter. Pause before replying. People will feel it. The second truth about respect. People don't respect long explanations, weak apologies, over-friendly behavior. People respect clarity. And clarity comes from the words you choose, the tone you use, the boundaries you set. The day Daniel learned about words. One afternoon, Daniel was in a meeting. A manager asked him, "Daniel, can you maybe finish this work today, if possible?" Old Daniel would say, "Yes, I'll try my best, sorry if I can't." But new Daniel paused. He remembered something powerful. The rule of respectful speech. Never sound unsure when you speak. So Daniel said calmly, "Yes. I will finish it by 6 p.m. Not rude. Not emotional. Just clear." The manager nodded. Respect increased. English practice, simple but strong. Listen to the difference. I'll try. I will do it. Maybe. Yes or no. Clear English equals strong English. Why people lose respect? Because they explain too much, apologize too much, justify everything. Daniel stopped doing that. The art of short answers. Someone asked Daniel, "Why did you choose this method?" Old Daniel. Long explanation, excuses, nervous smile. New Daniel. Because it's effective. Silence. That silence carried power. Key lesson for you. When your answer is clear, people don't question you. Listen carefully, English training. Repeat in your mind. I don't over-explain. I speak clearly. Again. Slow. Tone, the invisible weapon. Words are important. But tone is more important. Daniel learned this the hard way. The mistake. One day, Daniel said the right words. But his voice was weak. People ignored him. That day he learned. What you say matters less than how you say it. The calm tone rule. Respectful tone is calm, slow, firm, not loud, not angry, not emotional. Story moment. Someone criticized Daniel unfairly. Old Daniel would defend himself emotionally. New Daniel said calmly, "I understand your point." Pause. "I disagree." That's it. The room went silent. Why this works? Because calm voice shows confidence. Emotional voice shows weakness. Even if you are right. English listening practice. Listen slowly. I speak calmly, even under pressure. Good. Again. Boundaries, the core of respect. Respect disappears when boundaries disappear. Daniel used to say yes to everything. Late work. Extra tasks. No personal time. People took advantage. The turning point. One day, a colleague asked, "Can you do this for me tonight?" Daniel paused. Then said, "No. I have other priorities." No apology. No explanation. Just calm honesty. What happened? The colleague respected him more. Because boundaries create value. Important truth. People respect those who respect their own time. English practice, say it. I'm not available for this. Again. Slowly. Why saying no is powerful. When you say yes to everything, you look desperate. When you say no sometimes, you look valuable. Daniel's final realization, Part 2. Respect is built when your words are clear, your tone is calm, your boundaries are strong. Not all at once, but daily. Listener message, very important. As you listen to this story, your English improves. Your confidence grows. Your mindset shifts. Without pressure. Small daily practice for you. Today, practice. 1 clear sentence. 1 calm response. 1 boundary. That's enough. The third truth about respect. People don't respect. Angry people. Emotional reactions. Overreacting behavior. People respect emotional control. The day Daniel stopped reacting. One day, Daniel was blamed for a mistake he didn't make. Everyone was watching. Old Daniel would get angry, defend himself loudly, lose control. But new Daniel did something different. The power move. He stayed silent. Not weak silence. Strong silence. What happened next? The room felt uncomfortable. Then someone else spoke. Actually, it wasn't Daniel's fault. Daniel didn't fight. Respect came automatically. Key lesson for you. The person who reacts less controls the situation more. English listening practice. Repeat slowly in your mind. I stay calm under pressure. Again. Why emotional people lose respect? Because emotions make you predictable, make you controllable, make you look insecure. Calmness hides your weakness. The rule of emotional power. Never show anger in public, fear in conflict, desperation in conversation. Daniel practiced this daily. Story continues. One day, someone spoke rudely to Daniel. Old Daniel. Angry reply. New Daniel. Calm eye contact. Then he said, "Let's speak respectfully. Nothing more. No drama." The other person felt embarrassed. Why this sentence is powerful? Because it sets a boundary, shows confidence, shows maturity, without attacking. English practice, copy this style. Short, calm, clear, Self-respect comes first. Daniel realized something deep. People treated him based on how he treated himself. Old Daniel. Low standards. Self-doubt. Seeking approval. New Daniel. Clear standards. Self-trust. No begging for respect. The self-respect rule. Never chase attention, approval, validation. Chasing makes you look small. Listen carefully. Say in your mind, I respect myself first. Again. Why confident silence is powerful. Silence shows you are not afraid. You don't need to prove anything. Daniel used silence wisely. Real scene. Someone insulted him in a group. Daniel looked at him. Stayed silent. Slight smile. Then changed the topic. People noticed. The insult failed. The big truth. When you don't react, you win. English learning moment. Notice how simple the language is. Respect doesn't need complex English. It needs calm sentences, controlled tone, emotional discipline practice. Today, practice pausing before speaking, breathing slowly, responding, not reacting. Daniel's big transformation. People now listened when he spoke, respected his decisions, thought twice before crossing boundaries. Not because he was loud, but because he was controlled. Listener message. As you listen, your English becomes natural. Your mind becomes calm. Your confidence grows. Without force. The final truth about respect. The highest form of respect is this. You don't ask for it. You don't demand it. You don't chase it. It appears naturally. The day Daniel realized he had changed. Daniel entered a room full of people. He didn't speak much. But people noticed him. Someone moved a chair for him. Someone waited for his opinion. Someone asked for advice. Daniel felt something new. Quiet authority. He wasn't famous. He wasn't powerful. But he had quiet authority. Why this happened? Because Daniel now knew who he was. Respected his own time. Didn't explain himself too much. People feel that energy. Listen and absorb this line. The strongest people don't announce their strength. Repeat it silently. Respect comes from consistency. Daniel was calm every day. Honest every time. Stable in behavior. Not sometimes. Always. Why people test you less now? Because consistency tells them. He knows himself. Uncertain people test boundaries. Secure people don't need to. English learning moment. Notice the simplicity. Short sentences. Clear ideas. Natural pauses. This is how respected people speak. The final test. One day, Daniel was offered something unfair. Old Daniel would accept to avoid conflict. New Daniel calmly said no. What he said: "This doesn't work for me." No apology. No explanation. Just truth. The room went silent. Then the other person said, "I understand." Respect was complete. The biggest lesson of all. Respect is not created by loud voices, long explanations, perfect English. Respect is created by self-belief, calm behavior, clear decisions. Message for you: listen closely. As you listen to this story, your English improves, your mindset upgrades, your confidence grows. Without stress. Final identity shift. Stop saying, "I want people to respect me." Start believing, "I respect myself." Everything changes after that. Daily practice for listeners. Every day. Speak slower. Stand straighter. Listen more than you talk. Respect follows behavior. Daniel's final realization. People didn't change. He did. And because he changed, the world responded differently. Powerful closing message. If Daniel can earn respect, so can you. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Starting today. Say this with me, mentally or aloud. I stay calm. I speak clearly. I respect myself. Again. This story ends here. But your transformation starts now. Speak calmly. Act confidently. Respect yourself.